What is the software that everyone at Delhi is talking about? Well, of course, it's Confluence, which is the enterprise wiki designed to make it easy for you and your team to share information with each other and the world. And so I'm going to get you started here with Confluence. And the first thing you need to do is, of course, just go to the web page for Confluence. And over on the right side, you see there's a teeny little link that says Login, and that's what you're going to want to do first. So you should be familiar with your username and password. You can, of course, click on Remember your username and password and log in. If you did forget your password, there's a link down there that, of course, you can press and just click on Login then. And once you have logged in, you come to the dashboard, which is the sort of jumping off point for the whole of Confluence. There are three main parts of the dashboard. On the left, you have your different spaces, which could be different departments or sections of the college, for example, as well as a people directory where you can see who all the Confluence users are and their personal spaces and images and so on. There's also a link for committees there. Over on the right-hand side, you have the recently updated pages, which gives you an idea of what are the latest things that people are working on, what are they talking about and dealing with. And at the top, you have a search box and a way to get to your personal information as well as log out. So, for example, you can. And you have your preferences. Very important. One of the first things you should do is go to your preferences, and you should click on Edit Profile, where you can change your name or email if you want. And very importantly, here's where you have your password, and you can get in there and put in your current password and then your new password twice and save that, and you're set up with a new password. You have a few other things you can do there as well, like upload your profile picture. Now let's go over to the left side of the screen there. We have the breadcrumbs at the top, and let's go back to the dashboard. Let's take a look at what it looks like when we set up a specific instance of Confluence for a specific organization, like, say, CIS. So we've set up a space for CIS, which could be any department in your school or organization. And when you click on our space, it brings you into our home, which has a table of contents, which can be made using the wiki markup language. As you scroll down, we've divided it up into separate sections using the header commands, such as a departmental history, put tables in that show different numbers and statistics about data, listing of various committees that all link to pages for each of those, as well as business procedures, project management, staffing, organizational structure, job descriptions, future plans, listing of services, and each of those services links off to another page that describes what those services are and how they work and who's in charge of them and what the policies and procedures are of these services. And these are some of the ways that we are using Confluence in our organization. You can see the children pages, which is a listing of all the various pages under that CIS header. And at the bottom you have comments, so that you can actually add a comment about something on that page. Another good example of a way that Confluence can be used by, say, a committee or a task force or other group is that several members can go in and edit a document, all separately, of course, that could have objectives and project information, and any person who's a part of that group could come in and add things, delete things, edit things, put in links to other websites that are relevant, add more children pages about that topic, as well as at the bottom add comments about the topic that are relevant. And these comments, once they've been addressed in the document, can be removed very easily as well. You can reply to any comment. And as you can imagine, to accomplish this very same thing with email, it would take you probably hundreds of emails back and forth, a lot of attachments with Word documents and so on. And but with Confluence, you can do it all within this one page. To get started, one of the most important things is just to get in there and to look at what other people are doing in the recently updated pages, check out some of the things, look at the changes being made, and see how people are documenting their work and using Confluence. But let's say you want to edit a page yourself. You might click on a page in something that you're involved in, and then you go over and you would click on Edit. And then as you scroll down, you'll see that there are three modes: rich text, wiki markup, and preview. We're just going to start with rich text and make some changes. You can always go to preview and see what they look like, and come back to rich text, and so on. And again, the real key here is just to get in there and to try some things out, and hit preview, see what it looks like, try some other. I actually know that these courses are not just course 1 and 2. I know that they have a different, it's actually Nursing 101 and Nursing 102. So I'm just going to go ahead and change those things. So I can just do it right here in the document instead of having to meet or use email to do this, and go ahead and save it. And now everybody involved in the project knows what the names of these courses are once I go to the right hand side of the screen and click on Save. And so really the big thing in Confluence is click on Edit, make your changes, and click on Save. That's the whole big thing. That's the big thing there. Of course, you also have your comments at the bottom. To review, you find a document you're interested in, you click on it, you edit, you type in your changes, and you go over to the right side of the screen and click on Save. It's as simple as that, folks. It is as simple as that.